Inmates in the St. Joseph County Jail are costing more than anyone anticipated. For the first time, the sheriff had to ask for more money to cover inmates' medical expenses in 2016. $1.7 million is already budgeted to take care of inmates' health needs. Then there's a budgeted safety fund of $236,000 just in case more money is needed for those health expenses. But this year, even that wasn't enough. For the first time in at least 6 years, the sheriff had to ask for another $198,000 to help pay the tab. The stillness outside the St. Joseph County Jail is met with winter's cold. But inside, the cost of caring for sick inmates is rising at a fever pitch.
It's hard to get a job.
47-year-old Brian got health care from the jail after he was arrested for falling behind on his child support.
I think I was more angry than anything.
While in jail, Brian wasn't happy with his health care, and that's why he asked us not to show his face.
I had a problem with my pancreas, and I got a history of it, and when I brought it up to the nurse, I don't think they were going to do anything for me.
It's a statutory responsibility of the sheriff and the county to take care of those medical needs while someone is incarcerated.
Each inmate that Sheriff Mike Grisgork oversees costs you money until they get a fair trial. In just one case, an inmate is costing taxpayers $12,000 a month in health expenses. That's $144,000 a year, and you're paying for it until he goes to trial.
You can't control who's going to have what disease when they're incarcerated and how long they're going to be here.
Predicting that cost isn't easy. This year, the county paid out $1.7 million in a contract with Beacon Health for health care. That ran out, and so did the $236,000 from the safety fund. Divide that by 640, which is the average number of inmates, and the county paid out an estimated $3,000 per inmate in 2016.
It just so happens that this year we had a lot of really sick inmates that cost a lot of money.
And age has a lot to do with it. The Osborne Association found inmates 50 and older cost twice as much to incarcerate. Tina Maschie at Fordham University studies America's aging prison populations.
When you get older, you need more health care. That's a no-brainer. And what happens with the prison population is that they too need services, but they actually need more.
The day I asked, St. Joseph County told me that more than 18% of the prisoners in jail at that time were 55 and older.
No matter which way it goes about, it's costing the taxpayer money.
We're trying to be just and efficient, both. The efficiency not only is let's get it done in a timely fashion, but also what are the costs to the community and whether it would be more appropriate for this case to be handled while the person is out.
Ken Cotter is the St. Joseph County prosecutor. In some extreme cases, he may be able to review a case while that person is out of jail.
Safety of the community is worth much more than the costs of the person's medical procedures, whatever they're going to get in the jail.
As for Brian, he's taken responsibility for his actions.
We're all human and we're all Americans. We all make mistakes. Some people make worse mistakes than others.
Of that $198,000 additional money that the sheriff requested, whatever they don't use will go back to its original fund. But because this year isn't over, we don't yet know how much they've used of that extra money. There are also other reasons what may account for some of those higher costs. We dig into that on our WSBT-22 mobile app. Just click on this story.